Hello, and welcome to our playthrough of Age of Wonders 4, specifically our viewer challenge. Thank you very much for joining me, and now let's head into our episode. I will gladly give up 2 units. I wish I could get him out of the way. If we trigger... That's risky! Why is this risk? Oh, because of the hero. Versus low risk. I mean, we'll still probably have to fight it. Okay. Where's their hero? Oh, back here. So these 3. So he's not in reinforcement range. Yeah! He's just outside of reinforcement range. Okay. Hero leveled up. So before we do anything, this is Fate in the Sublime. He's a defender. We could do Master of... That phase lock was pretty useful. Right? So he can literally run in and just, boom, stun a bunch of people. There is Master of Nature. How does Call of the Wild work? Summons 2 random tier 2 animals on target hex. How does that work? It should be around the user. Right? So there are... Like, you could do pack leader. While army leader, all animals in an army have... So that means if you do an animal thing, you have to take pack leader. For the minus 20% unit up. And then shadow for another 20% for origin units. Magic summoned units, right? And that reduces animals by 40%. Or this gets it to 40% as well. Within a hero's army. So that is something to consider. Master of Order. Double Protection isn't a bad one either. So he's always entering defense mode. Do we grab the phase lock? Or more damage via retaliation attacks? Into slowed. I don't care about the pushing, that's the thing. We're at 12. So I kind of want the phase lock. As much as the hit points are nice. That phase lock. Basically means, oh shit, he's got another one? Alright, then we do, what's this? Adaptive Vigor might not be bad, but I think Sentinel is better. So he's standing in the middle of units going, hit me. So we will have, so there's one more here, so that's 13. 14, 15... 16, 18, 19, I mean, going down for the unlimited combined with this, so we're always in defense mode. We're just a little tank in the middle. Every 3 turns... Okay. I like his build. Close. Negotiate succeeded. We can create a bounty. Don't care. We don't have the money. So we're going to hold off on that. We're going to save again. bookmark 1. Well, I guess we're at the same turn. And we're gonna trigger this fight. Okay, it's taking our strongest. Again, we'll auto-combat. If I lose this unit, I'm okay. But if we lose more than that, I will have to fight this. Oh, now this is interesting. We lost the worm. Are we okay losing the worm? Yes. I'm okay losing the worm. So we'll close, we'll take that. Right? And now we're down to just these 3 armies. Because the reason why it's risky is because he must be within. Oh, if I step that way, oh, I can step back. This is a safe battle. We'll retreat. We'll bookmark. I might need to fight it. Bookmark 2. It's the one on the bottom. Auto combat. If I lose a couple of units, that's... Oh, I forgot to grab the level up, didn't I? Didn't lose anyone. I'll take that. He did level up to 14. The regen's not bad. He could use hit points. That's not bad. Second wind isn't bad either for the temporary hit points, and I get it after a kill. So there's a lot of healing there, and it unlocks both fighting and vigor. And when hit by an attack, might not be the worst idea. We're not, well, he does charge, so we could do a mobilize, extra retaliation. Physical damage, race. Oh, because we grabbed War Seeker, this is locked. Cleaving Sweep isn't a bad one either. Immobilized. There's something to be said for going into Relentless, locking a unit down, wrapping the, right? 15, 16, 17. Oh, we can't grab this. 18, 19 for the Grace? I don't care about that. And that still leaves a point for Vigor. Or the 16. So let's confirm. We need to get him a better weapon, I think, at this point. But you can't move. You can't move. Can we? Alright, pull you back. And I guess you're stuck out there. So there's a chance we might lose a unit. But we have broken this attack. So now I'm worried about... Hold on. I gotta readjust here. This attack. But we're getting reinforcements, right? We have this. I can look at summoning a random tier 3 animal unit and throwing it into the army to replace the worm we lost. He needs to heal. He needs to heal. You're waiting for units to come out. You're gonna heal. You're fine where you are. You're fine where you are. he might die. So we've whittled this army down from overwhelming numbers to we can win this fight. Did we get no one in the prison, plenty in the script? 8 mana. I am gonna sell them for the gold. And more importantly, the arsenal. So you can disenchant. You can disenchant. You can, I think anything 2 or below. Except our original Cestist. We still have a concrement. We don't need the demolishing bottles. We can get rid of the mount. Wet actually isn't a bad thing. We can get rid of the seer. The charm of mentorship. We can throw that on someone. And we can get rid of this. What's light vessel? We might need that, but I don't think so. There's no umbral map, and I think I just accidentally deleted it anyways. Yeah, so that now gives us plenty of materials to use. Ford has a Temple of Time. God damn it. And it can grow. This is hard. I don't care about the Eternal Bed Chambers. I care about the Carnival Flesh. Okay. End turn, let's see where we end up. Oh no. It is a mess over here. Okay, so they got rid of the teleporter. Garland Voss. Alright. He is a priority then. Can we see where the gold one... Alright, that's out of our territory. So we've got Enchanted Bloom. We have 1,300 mana, so let's go ahead and grab... Where is he? He was a rat. I want to grab the Death Knight just to see what his skill tree looked like. So we're going to go ahead and recruit him. We're going to have to build an army for him. He can go on the offense. What's his ambition? This is going to have to change. That's fine. We can give him the Ring of Deflection, the Punk or Mentorship, and we're not going to give him a Wall Breaker. He could use a Wall Breaker. Confirm. He also needs a better shield. So, stuff. So, Bounty has been posted. Maybe. I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh, nope. Gonna have to remember that's there. Did that. Monk. You're pumping out units. So Vowkeeper into Sealbearer Evoker. You're fine where you are. Oh, wow. They just... Okay, you can wreck those. This city is under siege, maybe. Now, we did get a heal. I want to throw you back in there. We're casting this. What do you need? Melee. So you need a melee unit. What do you need? Melee, and you need a melee unit. We don't have the melee units. How far can you get? And if you go here... Yes. Alright, we can wipe these three out. Meaning that we can... threaten this area? Yeah, none of these guys fly. So because they can't fly, and we can't give them flying, we're gonna have to look at that. What are we gonna make next? He needs an upgrade. He's got a tier 2 weapon. We could give him... this. Blightbringer. So it's 12, 12, and 3. 15, 15, and 5. I think we can make him our Striking Demon's Bane. But we're not fighting demons. This is Giant Slayer. So we'd still have the Charge Strike, right? No, we'd lose the Charge Strike. I like that Charge Strike too much. So, cancel. So let's make him something better. So, we can take a look. We can take a look at blueprints first and see if there's anything primary. Fatal Strike. Oh, that's a tier. Well, we'll upgrade it. Pull, which could be a fun one. Hammer. Oh, and that's it? Just the hammer. Quake. Extra retaliation. But I like the Charge Strike. Oh. Oh, we should have made her a Martial Cestus. If we make this... Oh, that starts us with 3. Interesting. So let's take a look at... Giant Ass Axe. Melee. Oh, wait. Are we gonna lose the Charge Strike? No, oh no, two-handed. That's why. What's a good one? We are nature-based. I don't want to give him a lance. We could give him this huge greatsword. Which I'm inclined to do. We can do any damage. We do like radiant damage. That's +3. +3. Oh, there must have been a patch, because these used to be +2 apiece. I'm trying to think. Let's do radiant damage. And we need to look at his abilities. God, there's got to be a way to do this. So he gets... Frenzy, Decaying, Keen Edge, and Condemned from... and Decayed. Right? This is Frenzy, Keen Edge, damn. From himself. Okay? So... Distracted, he will lose. Grim Executioner he will lose. Slowed he will lose, right? No. So he'll lose the slow and the distracted. And everything else he keeps. Okay. So, let's make him a huge ass, two-handed. I think this would be a Nagadachi? Right? It's not a katana. It's the giant version of a katana. Now, we could give him lifesteal. But I think... what's more important? Marked is pretty good. It's always good. Makes it easier for units to be hit. Alright? We don't care about poisoned. We could give a stun, which I was not aware of. And for our uses, stun and resistance is better. 4. I don't think we need the weakened. The stun, incredibly useful. Distracted is incredibly useful. But then that leaves 2. We don't need decaying, because we get that from other sources. We could do disease. You know, disease might be better, right? It's just a flat -4, and it can spread. Versus because it would sunder the resistance. Let's do disease and mark. I think this is a very powerful combo. Distracting. No. This is strutting? This is... Oh, I know. Holy Nurgle. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. And we'll set it to radiant damage. Although we're not fighting a lot of... We're not going to be fighting a lot of... Death could be a fun one. Well, spirit damage. Yeah, it's just spirit damage. How does Condemned read is the question, I guess. Condemned. -3 status resistance. Hold on. Gain Zeal. This damage. So is it all spirit damage? Or just the damage from condemning strikes? Base attacks. This damage is double. Like if I... I've never paid attention to that. We're going to have to pay attention to that. Alright, so let's go back in. And again, big-ass Nagadachi. We could do pure spirit. But I am a fan of the more damage channels, the better. So we'll do this. And then we picked, from the bottom, Stun, Marked, Diseased, Distraction. Yeah, so we have the... if condemn... Oh, jeez. Let's see if I can look it up. Does condemn in AoW4 double all spirit damage? Or only damage from the deal? Yeah, Let's try it in front. So we'll go ahead, start forging. It doesn't say. And we'll make that for him. That's gonna take 4 turns. We got a monk. Yep. Another monk. Yep. Ever Oasis, which is our capital. I've got the money. Is there anything else? We'll just make cash. Yep, that's fine. Cancel that. We've got Enchanted Bloom. Select new research. Well... Or cavalry unit. Interest. We'll go ahead and shuffle. Okay, now the question becomes... Thank you. Blessing of Paradise. Maybe. Nature's Bounty. Friendly army spell. I guess the Fortress of Mines is okay. We're gonna need it eventually, so I'll go ahead and grab it. Okay, we can't trigger a fight here. So we'll head in this direction. You guys are actually all set. You need to heal. You don't need to heal. You go help them. That's fine. Nope. There's fine. You, again, are headed here. Right? You are headed here. You are headed here. We're gonna do that fight eventually. Yep, you're making... Defending. Oh, you need a melee unit. So if we just move you in here, and then you... I don't know... Well, let me just, like, move... Yeah, alright. And we're gonna pull you back. So we'll say here. Because you guys can head in there. We'll keep the Vow Keeper. We'll queue up... Well, not a Pyre Templar. An Avenger. And swap these around. Okay. You go wherever I was sending you. Here. Thank you. Dig that out. You've healed. So you two can head in this direction. It says it's safe, so we'll save game, we'll bookmark. Alright, I have to take this. It's the good one. I don't need the Imperium. Go ahead, disenchant. That's fine. Great. So this area is all set. This area... Oh, we're gonna need help. Yeah. We need to trigger the... What is this? Iron deposit. Oh, so a quarry for statute. How many quarries do you have? Oh, I'll give them 4. That's okay. You're holding. You're holding. Alright, and now we're on to our fight. We could heal again. We have this, but I don't think there's a need to. With 175 in the bank, I am going to trigger this to give us a little more boost into gold and mana. We're working on Astral Blood. You're going to pop next turn. Yeah, so this needs to be cleared eventually. But we could grab this first. Or underground another quarry, I think. This one. To block off Pilgrim's passage. Passage. We need that quarry to boost something, I believe. To boost the Smith's Guild. That's the 4th quarry. So you know what we'll do is we'll queue this up and we'll get the boost bonus. That's cheap. Oh, and a Garden of Bliss. The Garden of Bliss might be better. No, that's Bountiful Fields. Right? That 9? Oh. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So we'd lose gold. Oh, I haven't grabbed these. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to lose the Garden of the Bountiful Fields. This is only 2. That's a bonus of 2, but I'm betting once we get the other thing rolling, that'll help. Anyways, let me bookmark and go do the fights before I forget, because I will forget, because I am very forgetful. I am easily distracted. Alright. And then they heal, and then these 3, with some backup, can vassalize Yavakovsk. We're not going to burn that one to the ground. We might burn that one to the ground, but that... It looks like there's a city in here. Which we'd have to either vassalize or integrate. So we might end up doing that. As is, it doesn't matter. It says it's safe. So we'll retreat. I already bookmarked. We'll auto-combat. If I lose anything, I will fight it. Unless it's a tier 2 little schmuck. I'm okay losing that. So there we go. No one got the kill. Did we get a... We'll sell you. Go to Arsenal. Bloody Edge. Interesting. We can get rid of this. Wand of Healing's not bad. Alright. Boots of Freedom. Not bad. Armor. Okay. With 1,600 in the bank, I can kind of let that slide. Wait a turn. Wait a turn. Wait a turn. These 4 can easily head in this direction. And we can counterattack and take this. As much as I want that cursed keep, this city has nowhere to grow. It's at size 14. 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so I think I'd rather take the city in here, burn this to the ground. Looks like there's a city, and spread out in that section. Alright. Before I forget, let's take a look at our heroes. Demise. He's the defender. You're the new one. Inspect. Confirm. 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 Cloud in a bottle will actually go on a hero, and the mentorship will go on... here we go. Him. Okay. So he needs both of these to equal. Alright, that's fine. And then all of this was to look at, not the Spellblade, the Death Knight. So let's take a look. So, these guys are all about debuff and that. Ooh, this tree looks very bare. I'm just saying. Compared to any of the other trees. So, we have to reset skills. Initiative order. And Adept of Nature. Condemned and Decay confirm. Next three go here, confirm. And now we've got 6. So this side is Curses and Raise Undead. Okay. And yeah, can't be used in zone control. Melee-wise, he gets Frenzy, Sundering Strikes, or Keen Edge, into Execute, or Reckless Rage. We're not going to do Reckless Rage. And a Critical Momentum. And we're not going to do Berserk. And a Grim Execution into Undying Warrior. Willbreaker, or War Seeker. I don't think this was needed. This is neat, right? Oh, Melee Mage. Okay, so we could do the Curse. There is a path with the Curse. Weaken Disrupted. Into Frozen, or Diseased, Decaying, AoE. So this is always hit. So this side is break a unit. Although there is nothing saying these two are locked. You could take all 5 of these and turn it into an AoE. Turn him into a melee knight, right? So now magic and support abilities can be used in combat. Means he can now get into someone's face and start casting this stuff. Yeah, decaying, diseased. Well, yeah, no, attacks and debuff. So yeah, I guess he didn't need this. Because he could have gotten it from here. So he has to be a knight. And I want to grab the curse. Confirm. Yeah, we have to take... Oof. We're not doing the summoned. Although... You can now, with this, you can now do the summons and an AoE. Target, yeah, but I need a unit to die, and I don't like having my units Oh, but this just summons a bone wyvern. Okay, so there is a path. Although this, well, I guess this doesn't negate this. He just gets one. And it doesn't work in water combat. Okay. Second wind to fighting, healing. We've seen now. Yeah. We've seen how powerful this path is. 4 get you here. So let's do these 3. Oh, these 4. Confirm. What does he have? He's got we could give him Bloody Edge. What does he have right now? He doesn't have a Charge Strike. Executioner. Flanker. Oh. Let's give him the polearm. I'll let that sit. And he is actually gonna head here. Meaning you two can pull out. You're at 4, so we'll stop there. How many are you making? Okay, you're at 2. Oh, but we can't do a Pyre Templar. Not yet, anyways. Alright. So we're looking at summoning some units for him for now. And he can actually head in this direction. Because we could do summon an animal and summon a Mistling and call that good until we can get a Pyre Templar. End turn. I think that's a fair trade-off. Okay, we're dead. Oh, what's this? Will help us all. I mean, yeah, shared festival with Ever Oasis will help us all. Not sure what that did for me. Cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I mean, auto combat. Great. You go. No. There we go. You dig this. You dig this. Yeah, these poor schmucks got screwed. Wait, how did they get 14? Because they should have to dig out? Oh, no, I guess there's a path here. Okay. Astral Blood. Yep, transform. Great. After that... Enchanted Bloom. Food production and draft. Or 80. Hold on. 80 plus 1's 193. Spell upkeep 15. Spell upkeep 8. I think we need this in at least our 2 production cities. Our unit producing cities. So we'll at least queue that up there. You move where you're going. You move where you're going. They can annex another province. I said they would grab the quarry to boost the town hall. Boom. Sorry. To boost the Smith's Guild. So then now that's at ×4. And after that, we can kind of go with whatever we want. We have a Feywater Pond. Meaning underground. This can be happily converted into research. Really? It's occupied? Not sure by what, but sure. You are headed in this direction. Yeah, we're gonna need... I mean, they're taking their time to burn things to the ground, which is good. Pull back one. God damn it. Here, you here. You here. You here. You slam into this. Retreat, let me save. Bookmark 1. Auto combat. Shouldn't lose anything. Great. Here, here, and here is fine. Right. You're waiting for unit. Yep, you go in there. We've got an Avenger. It's fine. Talebearer, Evoker. So that will still fill out this unit. And then after that, we need another Pyre Templar. Is there anything we can produce? No. It's nice, but not neat. What is our... Alright, we're fine. You guys are headed in this direction. So let's see how far. So to here, I think is as far as we can go. And we only, well, we're gonna need 4. The idea being, who are you missing? You know what we can do? I could give him a mist link. This might be better. So we'll adjust that. You're prepping. We're gonna... If he doesn't start the siege, we will. And we'll vassalize them. How are we doing on our vassals, by the way? Great. They tolerate us. Basically what happens once you get out of the negatives, it starts picking up rapidly. Okay. Oh, we captured someone. I'm gonna wait. 33 turns. Oh, we might get... I don't know if I'll get a 7th hero. Spellbearer, Avenger. Then we can start the process over again. Let's do that. Add infinitum for now. We know that. Yeah. Alright, so vassalize this one. Might burn that one to the ground. That's a vassalize. More importantly, where is... How do we get to you? And there's no easy way to her. We'd have to go underground, right? Vassalize this one. Okay, problem. And then kind of just sweep our way around. I don't think there's anywhere to dig to get to her. So we might be able to knock Arachna out of this. If we look at win conditions, he's got 1. And score victory doesn't matter, we're on the same team. So I think, yeah, that's our win condition. Knock the other 2 out. And we should be able to do that before turn 200. Yeah, they're just burning this to the ground. Like, there's 1,000, there's 1,200, there's 255, there's 1,000. 1,600, 1,200, 1,600. There's 3,200, 4,000 right here. Gold vein and a nest. Alright, you do that fight. You guys excavate this. Because if we can dig away to here, he'll get more territory to grab, I think? Oh, no. Greenhold is sent to war party. Okay. Oh, no. We're condemned. Under siege. Beautiful. If we get this, we get this. If we don't, we don't. We will go help. And then we'll head to the south. We have an Enchanted Bloom ready. I think the most important city to throw Enchanted Bloom on is this one. As that will skyrocket our production. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and rush this. Getting us our Smith's Guild. And our growth. Did he just grow this turn? No. Okay. Up top. And kill. Were you... Just to see if my theory is correct, we'll go here and we'll poke our nose down this way. If we can. But you've got an Avenger. So this army... Oh, you popped. Were we going underground? No. Above ground. You can't go there. Oh, you did grab this underground. Oh. Oh, we got some territory here. Mana. And such. We're at 23. You can't do a Forester. We're actually okay on pretty much everything. Right? This is Emblem, one of our production cities. So we're looking at Foresters, I think. Because that's a huge boost to quite a few things. Excavated. You are heading in this direction. So the question becomes, do we cast it again? Or do we let it summon a greater animal? This is 15. I'm going to summon a greater animal. I understand it's going to take a turn. Okay, that army's good to go. You were headed that way. You were headed that way. You're waiting. Oh, you can get there. Meaning you can get here, you can get here, and you can get here. I don't know if we're going to get these guys. What we are going to do... I kind of liked having an animal in that army. Yeah, so these four are now going to head... This is boarding to the ground. This will take out... They have to head in this direction. Arachna's too big a threat. And they have time to rebuild. We can poke our nose down here and just see what city this is. The Feathered Liberators. We are at war with them. Reavers, Relentless Crusaders. Okay. So there is a city here. But we haven't... We need to see it. You're waiting. You're waiting. So you guys are going to take 2 turns here. You're setting up. You're good to go. You're headed in this direction. That's fine. You're good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. You're fine. You're bidding a Smith's Guild, and we can queue up the Arcane Battlements and the Estate Hall for growth.
Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or, even better, come on over to twitch.tv/sparkytdk and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.